Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. I'm Chef Alli, and I've been stirring up a love of farm fresh cooking all across my home state of Kansas for over a decade. I enjoy teaching you about food, cooking, and family farms. And from farm to fork, Kansas farmers are always working hard so we can enjoy delicious Kansas-raised food.
And welcome back to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen.
Yay!
Thank you for coming back.
Glad to be here with you today.
With this big guy in the crock pot.
Our slathered pork butt. Remember slathering last time?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we promised everyone that you would have, from this one project, which really it sits at home in your crock pot all day while you're at work.
Yeah.
So this was no work, and you can get four
different meals, yeah. And so as you and I were talking earlier, March is National Agriculture Month, so it is the perfect time to cook up a big old pork butt like that. This was $1.99 a pound. It weighed 5 pounds, so that is a great value that we have right there. So what I did from that is I cooked it low and slow in my slow cooker 8 to 10 hours till it's super fork tender. When it's falling apart, that's when I then let that cool off a little bit, then I refrigerate it, and the reason that we want to refrigerate it is so all of the fat can rise to the top and chill. Then that makes it super easy to go in there and just scrape
skim it off.
all that off. Right. So then what I did is I shredded it up and I portioned it out into portions so that I can get 4 meals. Now when I say 4 meals, that's for a family of 4 or 5 that you can easily do. So what we did here is, and then I take those portions, let me go back to that after I've shredded it, and put those into the freezer. Date it with a Sharpie and then throw that into the freezer so that you can pull it out, because that way all you have to do is thaw it and then it can go into your dishes.
Which makes dinner easy.
Yeah, it makes dinner easy, but you still have to have a meal plan, and I keep trying to reiterate that. It's not magic, you know, but that meal plan definitely helps. So we're going to provide the recipes for 4 different dishes, because what we have over there is our Asian pork bowl with shredded pork in there, really wonderful flavor. That has a lot of cilantro, green onions, and just a little dressing in there. This is pozole, which is a Mexican soup, and then we garnished it with fresh radishes. It also has hominy in it, so it's almost more like a stew with chicken broth, real super easy to make. And then this, of course, is kind of football food.
Right, I would say my husband would probably go straight for that.
Yeah, so what I did is I took a hoagie, brushed it with olive oil, kind of crisped it up, then put the cheese on there, loaded it up with my shredded pork, put caramelized onions all over the top, and then you can put whatever cheese you want on there. Usually I put Monterey Jack on there. And then last but not least, our quesadillas, and that's what we're quickly going to make today. What do I have there on my flour tortilla? Would be my cheese, but notice that it is what?
It's already melted.
It's already melted, because we want our cheese to act as our glue.
Right.
Okay, so I think we've talked about that before. So our shredded pork is then going to go on top of that. Here is my grilled pineapple, and I showed you this earlier. It's a great way to take your pineapple pieces and skewer them so that as you're grilling them on your grill pan to get that nice blackening, they aren't turning around on a single skewer. You know what I meant?
Right.
I mean, yeah. So I grilled this pineapple ahead of time, and so we're going to actually put that on top of our pork.
Okay.
Just like this. So this is a super easy, this is like a 10-minute meal.
People love the combination of pork and pineapple. And it used to gross
too.
me out, but I think you're the one that had me try it once, and it's
Probably,
really good.
So. Yeah, it is. And then jalapenos, but notice these jalapenos do not have any seeds or membranes in there, because again, I know I've told you this, that's where all the heat and fire is, and I don't like anything that's going to take the top of my head off when I eat it, you know, so I just want a little bit of spice. Then over here is just a little bit of barbecue sauce that we want to dab on there.
Okay.
And notice too that my quesadillas, you know, a lot of times when people make quesadillas, they will cover the whole thing with ingredients and then put another tortilla on top of that, and then you have to flip the whole thing.
Right.
Well, when your boys get a little bit older and they're trying to flip one of those and the ingredients are flinging all over your house, you're going to say, okay, I don't want you to do it that way. I want you to fold it like this. See how crispy and brown that is on both sides already? Yeah, so super easy, dinner's done. You've got 4 meals.
Just like that. And we've got all the recipes for you.
Yes.
But like you said, the meal planning. We can make it as easy as possible, but you just have to say, okay, I'm going to make my pork this day, and then we're going to have quesadillas this day. We're going to have this.
Lay it out.
Yes.
But once you have the hard part done, the meat is fully cooked, then you can just whip up dinner in a flash.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And remember, it's National Agriculture Month. Drive your tractor to school like my son and my nephew did today. It was fun. So.
That's a good way to get a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
Go to momseveryday.com or
Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen.
They've got all these recipes.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll be back.
We're the Kansas Farm Food Connection, Kansas farmers and ranchers who are proud to put wholesome and nutritious food on your table. It's our mission to connect farms to families and families to farms through education and firsthand experience. Together, we're raising Kansas.